Minutes after.
Minutes after segments. Hello. It is June 9, and we stopped working at 2:13, and right now it just turned to 5:19. So it's what was that, 3 hours and 6 minutes, right? So it's 186 minutes after writing. Segments.
186 minutes after segments. The minutes after.
All right. Did you want to kick it off, or should I kick this one off about talking about what we did?
All right, go ahead.
All right. We did a couple segments today. They were tough, but tough in a strange sense, in that not because they were bullet pointed, but that wasn't the hard part. We knew that. It was tough because the content of the segments we had, at least for how I described for me how it was tough, is that they had a lot of things that we wanted to address, and one of them was about a character. So we wanted to make sure that character got the right development. We also didn't want these segments to be too long. It's what we have in mind for the overall whole of this episode.
There are a lot of segments in this one.
Yeah, and we want this one to hit a certain length. We don't want to go super long with this one, So that's why this was tough, because it's a challenge. You gotta say everything you want without sacrificing the integrity, the quality of it by just trying to chop down on screen time and such, as it were.
Yeah.
So that was particularly very tough. I don't know how Garrett felt, but it was definitely very tough for me today. And that's what I kind of want to talk about right now, me on my side. Garrett, you want to go for it? Because
that there's a lack of is the nature of a bullet point, but the previous bullet points had more of a feel to the information we had, so we were able to fill out the blanks a little bit easier. These lacked key points of information that required us to think of it today.
Yes.
So that's what made it harder, I do believe.
I agree.
As well, okay. Well, that was true for the first one. The second one covered everything I wanted in it, but it had a broad scope of what I wanted covered. But again, we're working with there's not enough time to accommodate for the full measure of all of these segments, to the extent that normally we're comfortable with. We're like, okay with making them like 7-10 minutes long sometimes.
Yeah, to really touch on certain subjects we want.
But that's when we have a lot less segments to work with. This one has a lot more, and it's done in a format, the style, the technique we're going with this one kind of demands us to chop down on the content, but still retain the feeling. And so the other segment we did today had the information we could work with, but it was still it's like talking about, I want to cover ocean marine life.
Yes,
okay?
Example.
I know I'm working in an ocean. I know we're talking about the animals there, but that's all we got. Now that is enough information to cover it, but the ocean is huge.
Literally.
And there's a fucking load of marine life. So that's what I'm talking about, that's how the second one was. Big concept, has everything I need, but now how much of all of this do I want to encompass into this segment? That's what we are working with the second one.
Oh, by the way, so you can just so I can clear it up. The reason why Garrett's using the I right here, calling himself. This particular segment Garrett's talking about, it was mostly his idea. I love it. Yeah. So that's why Garrett, this was definitely something Garrett really wanted. And
I had kind of the idea of how I wanted that particular segment to, what I wanted it to address in that segment was my ideas, a lot of them, because I've been very particular about that subject for quite some time. So I've been wanting to cover it my way. And Brandon asked what it was. That
was also one of the harder ones. I didn't know really up until today exactly what we would be our segment would be tackling. I knew the gist of it. I just didn't know exactly what Garrett wanted to talk about, so I learned it today. And that was also one of the other components today that made it tougher on us.
Yeah. But
we dealt.
But we dealt, and I found out that... I knew what I wanted. I just had to convey it to Brandon, and I did.
Yes.
Which is how we do things. I conveyed what I want. He said, yeah, okay, this and that and the other thing. We made sure it was good. That sounds good. Sounds fine. Yep. And we ran with it, and then we finished it, but we were exhausted. Two back-to-back difficult segments.
Yeah, we were really tired. Ooh, boy.
But it's great, because we did some calculations, right? If we only did one segment per day, and we only write one segment per day when it goes to script, we'd have still plenty of time left in the year. So we'd still be like on time with our projection that we want to roll with. But what's really awesome about that is we're doing more than one segment per day.
Yeah.
We're doing an average of 2 to 3.
Yes.
So 2.5 then. And then with that, roll into the screenplay dates. I don't think we're just going to write one segment a day. Some of the segments...
Some of the segments we can definitely write more than one.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
And because of their detail, the writing process will be a lot less stressful and a lot easier and a lot smoother. So I predict we're going to be way ahead of schedule. I'm going to stand by whatever my original prediction was in the previous video. Whatever it was when I said we're going to finish the screenplay, all of it completely. I think I said like late July if we're really fast, right? And then mid-August if we're kind of slowish.
So in between that.
I think that's what I said. I don't know. That's how I feel right now.
Yeah. So basically, really quick, if we're speed demons, late July. Mm-hmm. If we really take our time to the point where Garrett and I pretty much are going slow, even for our speed.
Maybe late August.
Yeah, maybe late August. So definitely between that time, and that's actually really good for Garrett and I. That's a really good time schedule for us to we feel really good for that reason. It's a very good. It's a big thing for Garrett and I, and it feels good to finish at that rate.
And specifically,
and knowing we'll finish around that region.
Yeah, and I'd say particularly because, there's been shit going on in our lives.
Yeah.
And mine in particular, as always. I'd say this every time, but I'm organizing the thoughts in my head.
I'm just waiting here. I'm just holding the microphone.
It feels good knowing that even though things are a little rough, that Brandon and I continue to improve as writers, as creators, that we can turn it out faster, have more energy, more stamina, more focus, and get it done quicker, but not a lower quality. That's very self-inspiring. It feels really good. It's very invigorating to know that that's happening, and you really don't know until you actually can see the data, as it were, or process the days, and you can compare it to the previous and all that shit. And it's not that we log the data and everything like that. We just know because we've been doing it for so long. We just have it in our heads. We know how long on average it takes us to finish this, and we base it on, we chop the days, the years up in projections. So that to me feels awesome and incredible, because it just means we're going to keep getting better and better and better. And I do want to finish this show sooner than later.
Now that's him. That's him.
I just do. I get excited. Okay, I want to finish it. I want people to see it. I want to be able to show it off and just
make it.
And make it. I want to do all of that.
Yeah.
And the sooner the better. That's just my thing. The sooner the better.
Yeah, that's always been Garrett. He's whenever Garrett gets excited about literally anything Garrett's really enjoying, Garrett does then get impatient, and yes, sometimes it gets irritating.
Yeah.
But Garrett's gotten a lot better at handling himself with this. Garrett just gets excited. That's all.
Yeah.
Garrett likes what he likes, and that's why for you, Garrett, it's good to the idea of going faster without sacrificing your soul.
Mm-hmm, yeah. For me, it's very uplifting.
Yeah, for Garrett. So that's why it's good to see that for Garrett. I was get happy seeing Garrett getting in a better place, and particularly when Garrett stops beating himself up and getting stronger all the time. I like that. I never get tired of that. I'm happy for that always, every single time.
Yep. So no, that's about all I got right now.
I'm fine. I'm done already.
Yeah. We'll see you tomorrow for the next minutes after segments. I mixed it up.
Yep. See you tomorrow.
Bye.